on view at the Louvre Museum. This work is popularly known as the club-footed boy. In Jusepe de Ribera's painting, brutal naturalism is then enveloped by a transforming light. One of Ribera's most famous paintings, this work evidences a distinctive characteristic of his aesthetic method. Ribera's art is visually and spiritually electrified by a transformed naturalism. In this painting, transformed naturalism is both a visual strategy and an expression of spiritual metamorphosis. Looking carefully at this work, let's first of all inspect Ribera's unsentimental realism, and then we can examine how he visualizes this reality in a state of spiritual transformation. We can observe Ribera's strategy of bold and unflinching realism in his treatment of this boy's gap-toothed smile. Ribera's naturalism serves to convince us of the truthfulness of his artistic project. This painting gets its name from Ribera's candid portrayal of this boy's foot. Ribera's 17th century viewers might have regarded this boy as physically deformed or even spiritually cursed. This boy's circumstances have led him to begging. He holds a note in his hand that reads, "Give me alms for the love of God." However, Ribera's image compels the viewer to see this boy as more than a beggar. Every work of art creates a way of looking, and this painting envisions the beggar with a sense of dignity. Ribera visualizes this transformation of his humble motif in 4 ways: by using pose, through scale, with his point of view, and perhaps most significantly, with his use of light and color. First, the nobility of this young man's confident posture commands our attention. He carries his crutch over his left shoulder, like a flamboyant soldier on parade. And Ribera further ennobles this boy's grandiose presence with an imposing scale. This grinning beggar is monumentalized by the way he fills the entirety of this 5.5-foot canvas. Even this painting's vertical format emphasizes the stature of the boy's proud stance. A third way that Ribera heroizes this wanderer is with the point of view from which we see him. By suggesting that we are looking up at the boy, Ribera reconfigures the implied relationship between the viewer and the motif. And furthermore, this low viewpoint also accomplishes another thing. It lowers the horizon line so that 4/5 of the background is radiant sky. This expansive sky creates the compositional space for Ribera to use his most powerful tools, light and color. Using pose, scale, and point of view, Ribera encourages us to behold this boy as more than a beggar. But it is Ribera's light and color that completely transforms his motif. In Ribera's art, light is a visual manifestation of spiritual radiance, and color is that spiritual radiance made material. Ribera employs this light and color as both a compositional device in this image and as a spiritual force in his art. By enveloping the earth-toned figure with the majestic colors of the sky, Ribera visualizes this young beggar as a soul existing in a state of spiritual metamorphosis. In Jusepe de Ribera's painting, brutal naturalism, which is deliberately given emphasis in the shape of this boy's foot, is then enveloped by a transforming light. A light which urges us to reimagine our initial perception of this brilliant work of art